Oke, Michael. Oh, lehernya kelihatan, lehernya. Ingat kayak bete banget, parah banget. Kan yang bete mulu.
Alright, good morning everyone. Welcome to our progress report presentation Group 1 PBL IoT Class 6B. Today we will present our work on the 8-slot modular battery swap station project. Alright, hosting today are myself, Lutfi, and Akbar alternating across the slide presentation. Alongside us are also Arkiani, Reva, and Rifano. All six of us are part of this project. A few ground rules. Please hold question until the Q&A session, and the speaker at the time let us begin. Alright, our project is the X-Slot Modular Battery Swap Station, or BSS, under PBL IoT at the Polytechnic Negeri Jakarta Class 6B. Our team, Group 1, consists of the six members Akbar Satrio Alaksa Sumanegoro, Arkiani Auliasana Muhammad Lutfi Aliat Nugroho, Muhammad Rifai Eka, and Muhammad Rifan Akbar. Alright, I will now hand over to Alakso, who will join me to present our project overview. Let's go to slide 2. Slide 2 is our project overview. Starting with the background, the project is an evolution of the BSS design pioneered by the VPI 2026 until 2026 team. The target use case is electric motorcycle battery swapping in remote solar-powered location. Our objective is to build a modular X-slot BSS that supports multiply battery charging standard and validate a primary storage in a hybrid PV system.
Okay, for the scope of work, we have 5 deliverables. First, PCB revision with CC/CP charging profile and BMS protocol support. And second, swap format integration for non-17S 21,700 battery packs. Third, hybrid PV validation with measurement logging. And fourth, LED/TFT UI for slot status and SOC monitoring. And fifth, monitoring dashboard via Thingsboard and 360 EDAS.
Alright, thank you, Akso. I will now pass to Akbar for the budget plan.
Alright, thank you, Lutfi. Moving to slide 3, our budget plan, or RAB. We have 11 components in our bill of material. The first one is ESP32, and then STM32, LAN cable, AW cable, LAN CAT cable, PZEM017 DC watt, Modbus RTU Max 485 DC-DC converter, SSR DC, MOSFET DC switch, and also a CPP board. Okay.
The total RAB is 1,370,502 rupiah. All items are sourced from Tokopedia and are currently in pre-order status, pending procurement confirmation.
Okay, next I will hand back to Lutfi for the wiring diagram and current progress.
Alright, we are going to slide 4. Slide 4 is our wiring diagram. The system has three main parts. First, the charging part. Power from the hybrid inverter zone flows through pair and swap chargers. Through SSRDC switch and into each battery, visit on 017 meter sit at the each battery output and send data via RS40i5 through to the MAX 4i5 module. Alright. Then the discharging part, battery connect through the MOSFET AC, switch to a DC-DC converter, 60 to 120 volt, down to 12 volt, then to a 12 volt to 220 volt inverter powering the load. Alright, for the monitoring pad, STM32F4 reads all the sensor data from the MAX 485 to us to ESP32, which is displayed on TFT LCD locally assigned to the ThinkSpeak for the remote monitoring.
For slide 5, current progress, we have completed 3 key achievements. 1. Circuit diagram for all 3 paths charging, discharge, and monitoring are fully designed. 2. Cabinet survey and prototype hardware assessment have been conducted. 3. The hardware is being finalized at 1,370,005 and 2 rupiah. All components are identified and ready to order.
Alright, thank you, Reva. Then Akbar will now present our next step.
Okay, slide 6 covers our next step under the advanced testing phase. We have 5 targets for the coming week. So the first one is finalize the prototype wiring diagram. 2. EZEM017 data reading test. Verify that voltage, current, and power data from all slots can be read through the RS485 to STM32 pipeline. The third one is SSR charging control test. And the last one is MOSFET discharge control test.
5 and this is the most critical milestone. STM32 to ESP322 TFT LCD integration, testing the full data pipeline from sensor reading all the way to real-time display on the TFT screen. If all 5 tests pass, we move into full system integration and cloud dashboard setup the week after.
Okay, that conducts our presentation slides. We now open the floor for questions. Aksa, Arkiani, Reva, Rivano, feel free to ask.
Okay, thank you, Akbar. I will ask something. Could you explain more about why ESP32 is used as the IoT gateway instead of sending data directly from the STM32 to the cloud?
Good question, Axel. Let me answer this. Alright. This STM32F4 is excellent for real-time control, but it's not good in Wi-Fi. Nah, the ESP32 handles Wi-Fi and cloud communication well. So STM32 manages sensor reading, switching, control, while the ESP32 transmits the process data to ThinkSpeak. It is clear division of responsibilities that makes the system more reliable. Just like that.
Oh, okay, thank you, Pip. So STM32 for control and ESP32 for connectivity, right?
Good, exactly. Any question?
Reva, do you have any question?
I have one again, okay.
Okay, go ahead. What's your question, Lisa?
Uh, what are the challenges of monitoring at slot simulate code reading from HPZEM sensors, case delay, or data contection, the RS485 bus?
Right, I will answer this. RS4485 is half duplex. It's like we call cable line. Only one device can transmit at a time. So we implement sequential polling. The STM32 acquires each sensor one by one. A polling interval of 1 to 2 seconds per slot is sufficient since battery parameters do not change with milliseconds. We will confirm this during the PZR data reading the next week. Do you understand?
Well structured. Good.
Oh, yes, okay, thank you.
Any suggestion?
Maybe next time you could add a dedicated IoT architecture diagram showing only the data flow from the PGM sensor all the way to the ThinkSpeak dashboard, separate from the wiring diagram. It would make the IoT layer much easier to follow.
Alright, such a very constructive suggestion, Revano. The current diagrams combines power and data flow, which can be confusing. In our next presentation, we will add a dedicated IoT data flow diagram from PZEM 017 to MAX 485 to STM32, also to ESP32 to ThinkSpec, with labels on each communication protocol. Thank you. Okay, I think that's all from us. Thank you everyone for the great interaction. A quick summary of the Q&A section. Aksa asked about ESP32 versus STM32 roles, STM32 for control and ESP32 for the Wi-Fi connectivity. And also Akiani shared a positive opinion on ThinkSpeak, confirmed as our international choice to save development time. Also, AXA raised the RS485 polling challenge. Sequential polling at 1 to 2 second intervals is sufficient. Rivano suggested a dedicated IoT data flow diagram. We will include it next time. On behalf of Group 1 EM6B, thank you for your attention and active participation. That concludes our weekly progress report. See you next week.
Alright, thank you everyone.
Thank you, P.
Goodbye.
Clear and well structured. Good job.
Good luck. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, Kak. Bye.